the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Jaguars and the Lions, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the seventh-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his second season as a Lion.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question, because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First down Lions on a pickup to 13.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guys' pass rushers. Extra linemen, bring a tight end in, bring the running backs back in the block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Now a first down throw, gone. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell.
Still first down.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Goff, a handoff here to Swift. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Now look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 31. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down, Swift. They juked him, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's first and goal.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a touchdown.
DeAndre Swift.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his second season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence. On first and 10, it's Lawrence.
Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On first and 10, it's Etienne.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Etienne. And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short.
Calling no gain on the play as it takes us to the end of the first quarter.
The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. Going for it, here's Etienne.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Lions will take over.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
After review of the play,
so not successful there on the challenge. And he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up.
And the Jags grab it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, we're going to take a look at this just to make sure
after review of the play,
so overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? Guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line.
And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. An extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Week 13 here in the NFL. First weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now. And we got a couple of good ones in primetime. Tonight, national audience gets a look at the Colts for a 2nd straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central Time for that kick. And then Monday night, Saints and Bucks from Tampa. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on 2nd down, Lawrence. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down and 4, Lawrence. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
There's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll air this one out for Kirk. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Straight ahead, ETN. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Early down steps will put this offense in a precarious position. We know the security point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8. Now Lawrence. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Patterson's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Off to St. Brown for the Detroit first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, it's gone. He'll go right back to St. Brown. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on second down. Goff into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead air.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. To try here for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Patterson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game, we skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Fields it right around the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. ETN once more. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Davion Taylor. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Throwing on second and long. Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a fourth and long. Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing that puts them in that position.
He's got room past the 30, and they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. So that changes things. Here's first and 10 all the way up at the 45. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one because normally on third and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Josh Allen, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on third and long. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we play. Back now at Ford Field. This offense on third down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be third and a mile. Gone. This is caught by Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle. A 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Kobe Joseph. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. But to throw again is Lawrence. And he whips that one incomplete there.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here in the 1st down. Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, 26 yards. And the Jaguars are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And they look to finish strong in this fourth quarter, and this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Swift. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now out come the Jags. Their defense was able to force the punt a moment ago, but that's really the first of about 8 steps that need to go right for them to get back in this as they start here 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence will get this off to ETN. Then he'll lose yardage here back to the 15. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st down, Lawrence finding ETN here, catching it on the out route. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Fighting to stay upright. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, when you got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruised 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. On the option to give to Swift here, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 88 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamal Williams, 37 yards. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return here for Agnews, and they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this
Lawrence hit him, the ball is free. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. On play action, Lawrence finds the open target only. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.